just listen to the commercial for Ozempic. Listen to the 20 or 30 seconds of side effects. You know what I'm talking about? Bloody diarrhea, blindness,
kidney
seizures,
damage.
kidney damage, right?
Liver damage.
Yeah. No, and then the last 10 seconds, it's like, take Ozempic. Ask your doctor about it. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like, wait a minute. I just listened to that commercial properly? That's why one of the things that I hope RFK Jr. does, because the United States and New Zealand are the only two countries in the world that have direct-to-consumer advertising in pharma. Because pharmaceutical advertising on television is essentially money laundering. It's a way a pharmaceutical company can influence a television network and get their news divisions to not publish bad stories about them. Because if 60% of their television, of the revenue running that network comes from pharmaceutical advertising.
It comes with it.
Right. You take away that advertising and suddenly networks have to figure out another way to survive, and they can then publish stories on anything about pharma. But right now, nobody watches a commercial for a drug you can't pronounce and goes to their doctor and says, I want that drug that I can't pronounce so I can play tennis again with my partner. All right. I saw that commercial on TV for that drug I can't pronounce. And by the way, you notice how the drugs always have names that they're missing too many vowels and they can't pronounce them. If you watch the TV commercials, why not name a drug something that people can remember? It's all made up.
Well, they can remember Tylenol, aspirin.
But that's not the drugs they're advertising.
Oh, yeah.
Vabrismo, Celebra. I can't even think of the names.
Yeah.
Even Ozempic. What's up with it? What does that mean? What does that have to do with losing weight?
You see, in my opinion, the biggest problem with Ozempic is the same as with having a prostitute for sex or drugs for having a better mood. You don't deserve it. You deserve a fit body and strong health by working out and eating right, but not by getting this shot.
Yeah. Well, it's a quick fix. It's kind of like, I just did a podcast with somebody who does restorative reproductive medicine, which is for women with fertility issues. Instead of just directing them directly to IVF, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, what they try to do is they try to find the underlying root cause and try to fix that, which makes more sense. And a lot of it is nutritional. Some of it is surgical for endometriosis. Some of it is lifestyle changes and other things like that. But they try to fix the root cause. And what I analogize that to is the old saying that if you give someone a fish, they eat for a day.
Mm-hmm.
If you teach them how to fish, they'll eat for the rest of their life. So if you give someone IVF, they have a 35% chance of getting pregnant that cycle. But next cycle, they have a 0% chance of getting pregnant.
Why?
Because they're not having IVF.
Oh, okay.
IVF gives you that one cycle, one chance. And I'll relate it to what you were saying in a second about those other drugs. But if you fix the underlying problem and you make her fertile and you make her ovulatory every month again, then she has a chance to get pregnant every given month. And one's a lot cheaper than the other one, and one gives you a better chance of getting pregnant over time than the other one. Now, the argument against it is, well, you're going to delay it, and she's older, and if you delay it, she might not be able to get pregnant, and then you've made IVF less likely. And yes, there's arguments for that, but at least you should inform the woman of the different choices. But if you fix her underlying problem, she doesn't need IVF, and she can then feed herself for the rest of her life.
Yeah, but she has to change her diet, to work out, to see the sunlight, maybe to stick
or to correct her thyroid, or just correct her thyroid, or do whatever it is that's underlying the reason that she's not either ovulating or getting pregnant. Solve those problems. So it gets back to your quick fix with Ozempic and other things like that. You know, you're giving them a fish rather than teaching them how to fish.
And the fish is poisonous.
And the fish is poisonous, by the way. That's actually a good point. Because you're filling them with toxins. Ozempic is going to destroy their liver. It's going to destroy their kidneys. It's going to destroy other parts of the body because it's not meant to. Your body is not meant to not handle fatty acids and other things like this thing is blocking. It's blocking some sort of. I don't know the mechanism. I've never really looked into it, but it's blocking something.
Do you think those celebrities are really using Ozempic?
Some of them, sure.
They're that stupid?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
They have all the money in the world.
They're that desperate. They're that desperate to.
They can buy the best food in the world. They're millionaires.
Yeah, they can have liposuction too, and they can have Botox and other
And
things.
it doesn't take much. It's like 30 to 45 minutes a day of a workout. That's it.
No, but
Not hours upon hours.
But you bring up a good point. I can tell you that there was a huge con with the COVID vaccine. They would show celebrities and politicians getting the COVID vaccine on television, and then they would they would roll down their sleeve and get up and walk away. And they even showed Joe Biden doing that, bumbling, stumbling Joe Biden. Right now, Joe Biden, they were worried about falling down at any given time. But if you, as a 30-year-old, went to CVS to get a COVID vaccine, what did they have you do after the COVID vaccine? They had you sit there for 15 minutes. There was a rule. You had to sit there for 15 minutes and wait to see if you had a reaction. So when you saw a celebrity or when you saw a politician get a COVID vaccine and then get up and walk away, you can be damn sure that that was either one of those movie fake needles or they were getting an injection of saline. Because there's no way they would let somebody as unstable as an old person like Nancy Pelosi or Joe Biden or Chuck Schumer stand up immediately after they got a COVID vaccine. You saw how many times that people were talking and they fainted on the news camera, or they fainted, they fell to the ground, stuff like that. They didn't want that happening to one of their politicians. Normal. Right. So you know that they couldn't possibly. So again, it's all propaganda. People have to understand. There's huge, huge, huge money behind all these things. And whether we stick to obstetrics itself or we go to other medical issues like that, the SSRI issue, the statin issue. I mean, one of my best friends is an internist and he believes in statins, and we have this conversation. We've sort of given up on having this conversation anymore. I think that statins are one of the worst drugs ever created. And partly because I believe that cholesterol has a very vital role, and partly because I believe that the levels of cholesterol that they said were abnormal were just created out of thin air. They're more fake numbers. And partly because you're seeing people that take statins for a long time, they're unable to myelinate their nerves or correct problems, and they're probably having more evidence of dementia and other things coming on faster. So, but trying to get doctors who've made a living off of prescribing statins to people to suddenly say, geez, you know, I've been doing the wrong thing. No, that's really hard to do. It's very hard for a doctor who wants to do good to think that they're doing something wrong. Same thing goes with the SSRIs. The theory of serotonin reuptake as being a cause of depression is probably incorrect. Yet it's been the basis for 30 years of the Prozac and related drug industry. Another billions and billions of dollars of industry. They're not suddenly going to let it go, and they're not going to take responsibility for it, because to say that they were wrong opens up the floodgate for class action lawsuits and things like that. Well,
two things. Life is not possible without cholesterol, right?
Correct.
Cholesterol brings all types of nutrition.
It carries other things in your bloodstream. Oxygen. And it's the building block of many of the proteins and other structures in your body, correct.
So, and the second thing, Oxycontin, you can still buy Oxycontin in the pharmacy, right?
That I don't know. I just watched that, I finally watched that documentary called...
Painkillers?
No, it was...
I read the book about the Sackler family.
There was a docudrama with Michael Keaton in it. I can't remember the name of it. But it was about the OxyContin thing, about the Sackler family.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched that. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's still a drug that's even available anymore.
But it's the family was nefarious, right? Can you still buy?
Oh yeah, they paid a big fine, but they had so much money. It was like you and me paying like you and I could, if we got fined $1,000, we'd pay it. All right, it wouldn't really affect our life anymore.
Correct. Yeah, nobody went to jail, right?
Nobody went to jail.
Yes, Oxycontin is still available by prescription in the United States, though under the tight regulation as a Schedule II controlled substance. So you can still buy it. It was proven that it causes addiction. How many people died from opioid addiction? 100,000?
Yeah, you're outside my expertise now, but I'm a layperson on that. But yeah, hundreds of thousands of people died. And lives were destroyed, families were destroyed, children were destroyed. Yeah. And all because, and we know from whistleblowers and things like that the whole advertising campaign about that stuff was all propaganda, all a lie. And that again, you have to realize that was the same thing that happened with formula, breast formula, milk formula.